Stay tuned for urban legends to ghostly tales of the paranormal, because now it's time for
Message on the Wall.
Message on the Wall brings you the Wailing Woman. Now, if you should ever be in the heart of Mexico at the stroke of midnight, then you may well hear the cries of a grief-stricken woman bewailing her children, but you will be unable to help, as this is no more than an echo from the past, from 1550 to be precise. The woman in question is said to be Doña Luisa de Olveros, her origin being Spanish Indian. It's said that she was a beauty, and so found it easy to attract a nobleman who became her lover, and who she hoped would one day marry her. But to Don Nono de Montes Claros, she was no more than a distraction, even though she bore him 2 children. Finally, tiring of her, Luisa found his visits becoming less frequent, until they eventually stopped altogether. Being unable to understand his rejection, and thinking she could talk him into returning to her, she walked to his family home in the hope of seeing him. But it seems she chose a bad night, for when she got there a lavish party was in progress, the party being to celebrate Don Nono's marriage to a Spanish woman of noble birth. Luisa managed to make her way into the house, but as she attempted to talk to Don Nono, he cruelly pushed her away, telling her he could never marry someone of her Indian blood. Luisa was so beyond despair that on returning home she took a dagger her lover had given her, and in her madness stabbed her children to death. She then fled the house, covered in their blood, screaming and wailing in the streets until it was found what she had done, whereupon she was thrown into jail. Luisa was put on trial for murdering her children as an act of sorcery. Found guilty, she was sentenced to hang. She was hanged in Mexico City, and afterwards left swinging from the gallows for 6 hours in what was called public mockery. It's said that every night since her death, her ghostly cries have been heard, and will do so until the end of time.
You have been listening to Message on the Wall, brought to you in association with Paranormal Parodies. You can find Paranormal Parodies at paranormal-parodies.com.